family. Grand rising, grand rising, grand rising, grand rising. Man, already this morning, I can't even begin. What you're asking Spirit for, how you're moving, and everything on this journey, it requires change. Because of course, nothing's gonna have to stay the same. But are you willing to start over? Because that's what Spirit is requiring of you. See what I mean between starting over and change? See, these are different things. When I say change, that's changing certain things that you were doing, But when I say starting over, that takes many different forms and that takes steps. It's not like literally you can't just, today I'm just walk away from my life and my name, and I'm going to walk out this door and I'm going to walk somewhere else and I'm going to just be somewhere else and I'm going to live a totally different life. That's not what I'm talking about. That's not what I'm talking about. See, I can only use myself as an example. Are you going to sit right there? Okay. See, this is not a professional operation. Is one of my favorite channels has on their live streams. This is not a professional operation. This is just me. This is just me in my spiritual corner in my living room, having this time with you, because Spirit has blessed me, and I'm living my best life right now talking to you because I'm living my purpose. So live in this with me. See, it started with the trash can. It started with the trash can. I wanted me and my fiance to have a new trash can. And those of you that have been listening, you notice I have not just said my significant other. I've said my fiance. Hey. It's just neither here nor there. Neither here nor there. It is here and there. That's Spirit, I give thanks. Actually, no, that's part of the willing to start over. I was willing to start over with my life and do and change things in a dramatic way. And decide that where I was, who I was not who I was destined or trying or comfortable being. I was so depressed because I was living a life of somebody else. I was living a life that wasn't even mine. But then when I started and decided, when I decided that I was going to be doing something different, and then when I started to do something different, that was the first time, okay, Spirit has come together. That was the first time I started over. I was willing to start over. When I say that I threw everything away, I went a room at a time and I threw everything away. Because there comes periods in your life when what you're holding on to isn't what you're holding on to, but now it's holding on to you. It's holding on to you. See what it holds? Why you got that thing at that particular time. See, it's holding on to you. See, what started recently is a trash can. Spirit, I see it. I'm with it. You know I'm with it. Come on. What started recently is a trash can. Now I'm realizing it's something that Spirit has taken me through over these years, and it's such a beautiful thing because it's renewal. It's renewal. It's getting rid of old and seeing it's renewing the new. See, what I did was when I first started this journey, one time I was like, I don't want any of this. I went room to room and I got rid of everything. And see, me, it started in the kitchen. I got rid of all the pots and pans that I had at the time. And I got new pots and pans. But see, that's only part. Spirit, I give thanks. See, this is understanding why I'm doing what I'm doing right now. See, that's only part of it. See, when you get rid of old and you introduce new, especially some with pots and pans and what's going on in your kitchen, Spirit, I give thanks. This is why I started with my kitchen. This is why I started with my kitchen. When you start getting rid of the old pots and pans, see, that's what you're cooking the food and that nourishes you. That nourishes those you love. Well, the ingredients that you put in there is carried by the energy that bought the pots that are not in just the food, but is in also the pots. It's in your cutlery. So I started there and I started to take out. And Spirit said, we're getting rid of this. So literally the first time I did it for about 4 or 5 days, I didn't have anything. I had no pots and pans. I had no plates. I had no glasses. I had no forks. Now I didn't have anything. Spirit said, we're going to do something new in the kitchen. And I said, okay. And I threw it all out. I threw out everything. And then I got new pots. I got new plates. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, hey, this looks good. This is new. See, I wasn't understanding then. I wasn't fully understanding then, like I'm understanding now. Family, sit with me because come on, Spirit. You're with me right now as I'm realizing how all this has transpired and come together in my own life. So I'm hoping you're catching these jewels because when I say with you, I'm transparent. Spirit has me keep it like this for a reason because this only isn't revelations for you. This is revelations for me too. This is how I'm piecing some things together that have come to me in a different way because of how I'm having to give it to you and how Spirit is having me give it to you. So please sit with me while I give thanks. While I give thanks. See, when Spirit had me changing everything really started to change. It wasn't just my meals became better because it was different pots and pans. See, the quality of your pots and pans. Please sit with me, and if you understand, you understand. The quality of your pots and pans coincide with the quality of your food. If you've ever been to a high-end restaurant, and if you've ever noticed that their food for some reason tastes a little bit better, it wasn't because of how much you paid for it. And this isn't even all high-end restaurants. Let me say that. This isn't even all quote-unquote, high-end restaurants. High-end restaurants isn't the quality. High-end restaurants isn't the value of the money that you pay for it. A high-end restaurant, in all actuality, in all realness, in all facts, in all truth, a high-end restaurant is the quality of the people who give you quality food. It's never what you pay for it. Because when you really get what you need, what really fills your soul has no price that goes to it. So we're just going to put that there and let it sit where it lies in Spirit. I give thanks. I said it. So as I was redoing my kitchen, It's a way of giving thanks. Because see, this time, what started out as just a trash can, okay. The trash can was good. Just the lid didn't want to stay closed by itself. So, we had to put a little, like, it was an old vase, old little vase set on it. Put a little bit of weight to keep the top down because, you push the button to flip top lid. Excuse me. The black Rubbermaid trash can, a lot of folks have it. No worries, no things, right? So, all of a sudden, I was like, I'm tired of doing this. I want a new trash can, but Spirit said, it's time for that renewal. See, we're moving in this season of abundance. I'm moving in this season of abundance, see. I'm moving in this I'm moving in this harvesting season of abundance. And in this spiritual abundance, Spirit said that it's not just the trash can. Because see, in my home, when I met my fiance, he had his stuff, I had my stuff. When we combined our households, I came to live with my king. And so I got rid of things that weren't serving me, things I didn't need. See, this whole time, things have been happening. That's a whole nother podcast, Spirit. I give thanks. Things have been happening in my life in a way that when I look at it now, when I look at my life now, I promise you, when I moved here to Vegas in 2014 and you would have told me this is my life now, I would have been like, oh, that'd be great. That'd be nice. I don't see it. Spirit, I give thanks. Because there was work. There was work that had to be done. And see, when you recognize the work has to be done, see, that's not just a thing. It's actually doing the work that has to be done. And doing the work that has to be done requires you doing that work for yourself. And see, where a lot of people mess up is they're not willing to be humble enough in themselves to do that work that needs to be done, because it tears you down and it breaks you down to the lowest and deepest in every fibrous part of you. And it asks you, if this is really what you want, are you willing to do what it takes to get to what you want? Because what you want is more than what you are. So are you willing to redo? Are you willing to strip down? Are you willing to throw it all away? Are you willing? Spirit, I give thanks. Are you willing? Are you capable? Are you sure? Are you going to walk that walk because you're talking that talk? See, these are two different things. To say that you're willing to redo everything that you have is one thing. But when you're actually throwing stuff away physically in your life is something else, because that's something permanent. That's something that can't be taken back. And that's something, especially if that's what some spirit is telling you to do, everything that you throw out is opening a space for another window and door that you've been trying to open and climb out of, but you had it blocked. See, you had it blocked. See, what started with a trash can. What started with a trash can opened and released other things. See, nothing is ever by chance. Nothing is ever by just coincidence. Because in the spiritual world, there's no such thing. Yes, spirit, yes, yes, yes. There's no, see, there's no such thing as spiritual coincidences. And see, y'all gonna have to pardon me and roll with me, because spirit has me in my heart right now. And see how I'm moving. I don't care that these tears are flowing, because this is how spirit speaks to me, baby. This is how spirit speaks to me, and how I know that I'm speaking to you. What started with a trash can. See, what I'm understanding now was my mortal self accepting and coming to full terms with the change and abundance that's happened in my spiritual self. See, the things that have been going on in my spiritual self, little have you know that this whole time, if you've been listening to me, you've been listening to this thing happen. You've been listening to a rebirth, to a regeneration. You have been listening to something that only few can understand. And to that I give thanks. Because what's been happening is not for everybody. Because moving into this, I had to get rid of all of that. But see, it wasn't just to get rid of all of that. It was the renewing of old, which is a new birth, which is a new birth of something new. I said something so powerful. I got rid of my old pots. What started with a trash can, I wanted just a trash can, but see, when I got the trash can, I got new pots and pans. So when the trash can and the pots and pans came, I not only got rid of the trash can, I got rid of the pots and pans. Not just mine, though. See, that's the thing. When me and my fiance came together, that was two different energies come together. But see, when we came together in this life, it started to bring up what we had in our old lives. This isn't our first walk together. Family, understand. Oh. This isn't me and my fiance's first walk together, but it is in this life. And what's beautiful is he knew that before I knew that. I said he knew that before I knew that. He knew I was his wife the moment he heard my voice. I said he knew I was his wife when he heard my voice. I never saw him literally until I started speaking. And he literally was bringing his head above the crowd. So when I say the power of your offerings, that was the one before this family, something serious. But that was the renewing. It was the renewing of what was old. So it started with a trash can. When the trash can came, the new pots and pans came, but they were new pots and pans that me and him hadn't had. So I got rid of all of our pots and pans. And see, I'm smart about it this time. I'm not getting, because it's not just me. I have new spoons and knives. But see, they're not just new spoons and knives. Oh no, baby. See, we've upgraded to the spoons and knives of royalty. Baby. And see, the cutlery is next, as well as the glasses. See, it's the renewing and redoing in steps. Because each item is spiritually chosen. I can't just pick an item just because it fits what the decor is. No. See, I picked the item that spiritually fits the manifestation. I picked the item that spiritually fits what the universe says it's supposed to be, because me and my fiance, see, me and my love of old. See, when the ancients find each other, oh, come on, Spirit. When the ancients find each other, in every realm, in every life, there's something magical that happens that can't be tainted, nor destroyed, nor changed. But what it does is it comes into fruition and it changes everything that you thought once was. So in this season of harvesting and pulling abundance, see, me and my fiance, us ancient, are in this renewing and this redoing. And that's what this season is. Because I was willing to start over with me and get rid of everything I have. Because what I was asking for required change. But see, little did I know that the change that it brought to me, see, was bringing out the me that was of old, the me of ancient, the me that sits with you. Because moving in this, I know who I am. And I don't need to tell you who I am. Because you're sitting with me right now. You have come here on this journey. So that means that who I am is something of importance to you in your journey right now. Understand, I don't take that lightly, because in this journey, it's renewal, it's changing, it's redoing. What you're asking for requires change. It requires change. Not just in you, around you. Be that change that you wish to see. See, that statement is bigger than more than you can ever understand. Be the change that you wish to see. Therefore, things change around you. And it may not be immediate, but it can be a change that you make, and it can all start with the trash can. When Spirit is asking you to change all your glasses, because those all carry something. You got all these different glasses because they're all different and you got them from all these different places. But what kind of energy does all these glasses carry? Whose energy have you picked up in these glasses, in this silverware, in these pots, in these pans? Spirit, you got me on one today. You got me on with today. So beautiful. I give so much thanks right now, family. I give so much thanks. I don't even know what I'm talking about right now. I have no idea. All I know is it's renewing and change. Oh, are you willing to do what it takes to require change? If what you're asking for requires change. Spirit, you got me today. Family, I give thanks. I give thanks. Family, I give thanks. I love you guys. Peace.